a question. You don't have to rush an answer. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do because it's your press conference, not theirs.
It's not a interrogation, so to speak, right?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Or it shouldn't be.
It should be.
30. I think. I'm not sure.
Did I go back too far? Hold on.
You start out here over.
That might have been the end of it there.
The best thing
Yeah,
to do
that's
is
the
question,
Okay, that was the end of that shot right there. So we can move on now from
One
that
of
one.
the things that happened right there, man, after that talk that you're going to see, which took place the next morning, is Jordan Seaton. It says, "Hey, man, I got an issue I need some help with." And Curtis, Herm, myself, and Stanley, like, what's going on? He said, I know we travel here tonight, but I'll be missing work. I want to work out. This is toward the end. It is the end of the workout. Like, he did some ab stuff at the end.
Look at this big dog. It's a specimen right there, dog. Explosion right here.
Just turned 20 years old.
$6:30 in the morning. What time did they have to report?
7:30.
Yeah, man, that's huge right there, man. And there that early had the discipline to do that. And then I think in his next clip he explains why, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I was freaking up. Got to. This was an off day though.
What is that?
People, it was an off day. I asked him, I said, "Hey, man, but this is an off day," and he's like, "What's that? What's an off day?"
What is that?
Not for real. People go to media day and it's a day off. You came here and worked.
When your coach is Swayze, if you give yourself a day off, you just lost all week.
We're not giving a week back.
Yeah. You lose a day with Swayze, you done lost a week.
He ain't lying.
That's factual. He knows what's waiting on him on the other side of that off day. You know what I mean? A lot of people take advantage of that off day and then they fall behind, just like Jordan said, a week behind, especially if you have a strength coach like Coach Swayze. Man, you gotta do something. Be active in some type of way.
Period.
We're midway beginning of the end.
Yeah. We're the halfway point.
Halfway point. It's been a good day. Got to chat with some other teams, chat with some other guys. We got they had some fun stations here for us. I like that college game day station. I think that was my favorite one.
What's been the weirdest question you've been asked?
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody really kind of pushed the limits yet.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see in the second half.
When you guys were preparing these guys for this, going through the Zoom calls and the meetings, or in the questions and stuff, tell me about that process and how did it go? Because I wasn't able to join that.
Well, before we get to that part of it, I sit down with them on with kind of like going over notes, walkthrough, so to speak, of some do's and don'ts, some pitfalls, some things to avoid, some things to be aware of, just like an outline of what a successful press conference is or media session is, for the person. And so we do that kind of thing anywhere from 1 to 3 times, depending on, the player and the grasp and how soon they get there. And then we follow that up with practice interviews, with mock interviews, where we literally set up a press conference and have people, ask them questions that would typically be asked. We'll even have a quote unquote jackass in there to ask them things that shouldn't be asked, to test them on how they respond or don't respond or choose to respond. Because again, one thing we do not do in this process is tell you what to say. We just protect yourself. We teach you how to box. You got to get in the ring and fight. It's You got to do it. And so we'll set up a system like that of where they get to interact with media and go through some real live bullets as far as training goes, as far as a practice interview session goes. We then make notes, things you want to work on, things you want to eliminate, things that you want to highlight, things that you want to maybe consider backing off of, that kind of vibe. And then they're ready to be turned loose. Here's let me give it to you this week, Chico.
Mm-hmm.
People in the chat, male or female, doesn't matter. Everybody at some point has been on the playground, Chico, and they've had a basketball in their hand and they've counted down from 3 to 1 and shot the ball.
Yes. And
then ball goes in and they run around celebrating.
Right.
What happens to the person who does that in real life? The next thing that happens is camera and microphone in your face.
Exactly.
But as much as you practice that shot, how many people practice doing the interview?
Exactly.
And so one thing Coach Prime is big on is being prepared. Like these are real life situations. If you give up a big play and lose a game, they're going to want to interview you. If you do something tremendous and win the game, they're going to want to interview you. You have to be prepared for that. And the only way to be prepared is to practice and simulate these things in your daily habits. And so we prepare our players, for this. The top fear in the world is not falling, it's not heights, it's not snakes. The top fear in the world is public speaking.
Wow.
And the only way to overcome that fear, you got to face it.
You got to face it. I don't know how long I tried to do YouTube without showing my face, because I knew I had a face for radio. But hey, we here now. Huh?
No, I ain't saying that. We got shots fired.
I ain't even gonna let the beat drop. They hear that sound, they know what time it is. Yes, sir. UNK and CHICO, Sunday Night Live and direct.
It's another Sunday night. It's another Sunday night. Another Sunday night live with UNK and Big Dog CHICO.
It's another one. It's another one, baby. It's another one.
Another Sunday night live with UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog.
So get ready for it.
Another Sunday night live.